Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another Mech Merlin stream. Thanks, everyone, for joining in. I see a bookmonger and cardboard lights. Thanks, guys, for joining in so early. Today, we are finally doing it. You know, it's been a long time since I got the Vega 65. I'd say like what? Oh gosh, I posted the unboxing on March 4th, right? So if you guys want to catch that and see my initial reactions and part of the build, check that out. I just posted it in chat. But today, we are finally building the Vega 65. I bought the Vega 65 as kind of like, you know, my end game 65 because I heard so many good things about it. But since then, I've gotten a bunch of other boards, so I don't know if that's still going to be true. In fact, one of those boards that I got was the LW67 and another one was the Emery 65. Both of these boards I absolutely loved, and in fact, anytime I do get a 65%, I tend to compare it to one of these guys. I touched base with Mauser Tech. Apparently Mauser Tech has hot swap PCBs for the Vega, and he hooked me up. These are in fact still available, so if you guys are interested, you can check out that link really quick. Mauser Tech actually makes a bunch of different aftermarket PCBs for popular boards, but yeah, you have Space 65 plates and PCBs, you have Think 6.5, which I actually have in my Think 6.5. You know, a bunch of extra parts for some very popular boards. But yeah, today, we're going with this guy right here. That it's got the flex cuts as well, pretty much identical to the original IO3 designed Vega 65 PCB, just that this is hot swap. Putting on stabilizers, lubing them, and trying to attach the, what do you call these? The spacers for 1.2 millimeter PCBs can be very boring. I have already attached all that for your guys' viewing pleasure. So yeah, my board comes with an aluminum plate, as so. Finally got them lubed and ready to go, but we'll be using the JWK Oolong switches. These are from Zenclack, courtesy of Zenclack. Lubed them as well. What's special about them is that they have a longer stem than even a traditional long stem JWK, fairly loud, and has the usual JWK smoothness. Vega 65 also comes with several foam options, as you guys can see there. There we go, let's see. This looks like it's in the right configuration already. Maybe? Yep, there we go. Looks good. Yeah, I've never had plate foam that was only around the alpha, so this should be interesting. There we go. Okay. Now, one thing to note with the hot swap variant, because the hot swap gets in the way of the USB port, these two switches up here are north facing. Yeah, that's the only drawback, but good thing it's not on R3, because it's really only on R3 that the cherry profile interference happens. So in this case, I always need keycaps to figure out which way it goes. So we'll go with, let's try PBT Moon. Spacebar slap. So hold your judgment until the end, just because I've had many boards that sounded good on like a desk mat like so, but then once you put it on the keyboard, it's just so-so. Yeah, let's wait till the very end. But I do agree, it sounds good as is. Hopefully it remains so. Okay, let's go test it out. Make sure I didn't bend any pins. Let's see. Let's see. Wish more PCBs would label the bottom row. I agree with you on that. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think caps lock is not triggering, but probably just not programmed correctly. Oh, it's programmed as an FN key. That's funny. Okay. No problem there. And like we said earlier, we're gonna see if these guys get in the way of the switches. And earlier someone mentioned that they liked one layer. So we'll do one layer of foam. Let's see. Let's see if it gets in the way. Okay, the one I can see that's getting in the way is the arrow keys. So we'll remove those. The ones on top seem to be fine. There we go. Still see some. Let's just take them all off because it seems like it's doable, but I am still seeing some interference. So we'll take it off for now. I'm actually just gonna put PBT Moon on it. Let's see. Would you put a spell on me? Makes it to where I enjoy the shit out of any keyboard I use. That way I stop spending money on boards because the best board is the one I already own. Some would say that the spell I put on them is making them want to buy more boards, especially if you watch my weekly news stream on upcoming and ending group buys. Let's see. How does a east-facing switch sound? Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, here it is, guys. Vega 65 with PBT Moon. Ooh. Okay. I like the sound so far. Let's do an actual typing test. Let me put away all these extraneous screws. Alright, here goes. Wow, okay. So, I like the sound of the spacebar, but I'm not so sure I'm completely 100% sold on the sound of the alpha. It's like, it's not a bad sound, I do like it, but I feel like it's not a bad sound. I think I just want it less clacky, you know? I think if I put like a second layer of case foam on it, it might improve it. But I also don't want it to sound too muted. So, See, did I use all the foam? I just used plate foam and one layer of case foam. See, limited study says long poles kind of make alpha super clacky and sharper sound duration. That's what I was going for, actually. I just didn't expect it to be this much, which is why I used the alpha plate foam, because I was hoping to diminish some of that. So, something that's notably deeper sounding. Let me just experiment with this a little bit. Try out different things so you get the sound that you like, right? Like right now, I like how this board feels. The sound is a tiny bit too clacky for me. Okay, yeah, that's more the sound that I like. That's how this guy's built. Gateron KS9's aluminum plate. So I already know that I like this, right? Like the Oolong is not a bad sound. Maybe I'm just not used to it. This is the first really long pole stem that I'm using. So I am not going to just push it away based on that. Fat Gateron housing or tight plate. Maybe a combination of both. We'll see. We shall see. I bought the Vega 65 because I thought, after hearing all of the good stuff about it, that this would be my quote-unquote endgame 65. So I'm just like, sure. At the time that I bought this, I had not encountered a 65 that I really liked, right? So I'm like, okay, sure, I'll buy this. But since I bought it, it took so long to like get to me that other boards came in. Namely, the LW67, my Emery 65, and quite a few others. And to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite 65-like boards. And I was just like, okay, well, hopefully the Vega is better than this. Comparing the two sound and feel, I can't say that the Vega is my end game, but it's definitely in the same realm of how much I like my LW67. I know a lot of people who bought the LW67s are just getting their LW67s. So if I wasn't a streamer, if I just had joined the group buy normally, I would have gotten this first and then the LW67. And I would have said, would this be endgame? Right? Like, I think they're both great boards now. Honestly, if I got the Vega 65 first before I got the Emery or this, I probably would have been a lot more critical about these boards. But it's just, it depends on the order that you get your board in, right? So like another board that came in while I was waiting Capsule 65, right? Great sounding, great typing board too. My biggest issue with the Capsule 65 is that I think it looks ugly. You know, I don't like these curvaceous bezels right here. Like, I'm not completely sold on this weight. Like, I think this is too futuristic looking for me, right? Comparing the two, I think at this point I'd probably pick my Vega. Yeah, this one has your characteristic PE foam sound, but this one sounds great too. Here, let's do another typing test. So you're not super impressed with the Vega sound? I like the sound of my Bakaneko more. There we go. Like I said, you know, my preferences are not going to be your preferences. And that doesn't matter, you know? Vega sounds better with the palm plate. In terms of my preferences, I have not liked boards with palm plates. I've liked boards with the aluminum plate. Palm kind of sounds a little too muted for me. You know, just because I like something doesn't mean you have to like it. Just because you like it doesn't mean I have to like it. Because imagine if everyone liked the exact same thing. We'd all go to a keyboard meetup and you'd see someone with a board that you already have built the same way, sounds and feels the same way. You're like, oh cool board, I already know how it sounds, right? Here, this is another one of my favorite 65s and probably my heaviest 65 at the moment. Emery 65. Brass bottom, and this is a combination of it's a Geek Arc set, and then this was the Key Company set that I forgot. I think it was like some kind of a Nordic set of sorts. Yeah, these are two key sets mixed into one. But yeah, this one's built with aluminum plate and Texi ice candies. Yeah, these are, I'd say at this point in my keyboard journey, these are the 365s that I like. Will there be others? Most likely, but at this point, these are the three that I like. Vega, LW67, Emery. We are at about an hour and a half. Definitely one of the faster streams as well. This board is a breath of fresh air for me, actually. Was really worried about building it, like I said earlier, but I am glad with the final result, and it's definitely falling within my list of favorite 65%. Couple notes about it. I'm still getting used to clack. You know, I am historically a thocky sound liking person, so clack is still kind of something I'm learning to appreciate, kind of like when you try whiskey for the first time, right? Like, this board sounds good to me, just I do keep looking back at boards like this because I prefer like the deeper sound, but we'll see. Board assembled very, very easily. You do have to factor in that because of its seamless design, you need to remove some of the switches so you can screw it in properly. Not that it's impossible to do, but rather than spending 10 minutes angling it correctly, I figured I would spend 2 minutes to remove those switches and plug the board in right away. You guys will most likely see this in future streams as I'll be enjoying it thoroughly. But yeah, thanks guys for joining in. My next stream is going to be tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. PDT. I'll be talking about all of the group buys that are starting and ending for the following week. But yeah, thanks guys for joining in. Hopefully I'll see you on tomorrow's stream. Bye everyone. Have a good rest of your weekend, and if you are here in the United States, happy 4th of July. All right, everyone. Catch you later. Bye-bye.